Hey, it's Heather, and welcome to Adventures in Gardening. So I have been out of the garden for 11 days on vacation, and I am slowly getting back into the routine of things. And so today we're going to be in the kitchen, and I'm going to be sharing a recipe with you that I've made for years, and it's basically a deconstructed egg roll. So we're going to go into the garden and we're going to harvest some things that, some vegetables that we're going to be using. But before we do, I have got to share this view that I came back to with you. So let me turn this around so you can see. So I am so glad that I didn't miss this. Oh, run away, run away, run away. I am so glad that I did not miss this show, because I have to say that the foliage by the water is the first to change around here, and it's the first to go. But oh, it's so beautiful. I wish I could say the same about the garden, because it is ready to be put to bed, but yet there are just so many vegetables still there. So let's head on up there. So my recipe calls for some cabbage, carrots, onions. The onions are already downstairs in the basement, so we'll go down there for them. And what else? We're going to be using some daikon radish, and the recipe doesn't call for that, so you don't have to use that. Yeah, you can see everything like is laying in the path, and I mean, after the very, very dry summer that we had, and then it has done nothing but rain ever since. So yeah, look at all the tomatoes on the ground. It kills me, but they are just falling. They've been falling ever since the hard rains came in. So we need a cabbage, and I know a lot of these look rough, but you'd be surprised because on the inside they're probably really nice. So we're going to pick a couple. Oh, I hate the sound of tomatoes breaking under my feet. Okay, so this looks like a decent one right here. So I'm going to cut this one one-handed. Oh, it's got a very thick stem. Ah, there we go. So we'll take a couple in, because look at that. Again, you'll be surprised once I take all of these outside leaves off. All right, so I need a couple of carrots. I only need one for our recipe, but we're having a church meeting here tonight, and I want to make some carrot sticks. So hopefully I've got a couple that look good here. You just never know. That one looks good. Let's get another one. Come on. Okay. That one looks good too. Hi, Pipey. Yeah. All right, let's grab a daikon radish. It's a jungle. I also need some green onions, and this is my favorite green onion that is a perennial, and it is a Welsh onion. I love this one. So I'm going to pick the ones that have kind of got beat down from the rain. And I'll just stick these in a vase until I go to use them, a vase of water. So I'm just going to use my stairs as a place to clean these up before I go in the house with them. Oh, see, look, these are the culprits. Of course, I suspected them in the cabbages. Yeah, okay. Yuck. I'll save all of the scraps for the bunnies and the chickens. There's another one. Actually, I'll put this in for the chickens. So this cabbage looks pretty good. Okay, and you can, of course, you can buy cabbage and all these vegetables to make this dish. So it's it comes together very, very quick. It's a great recipe. Ugh, this one, well, let's see. Such is the life of the organic gardener. Oh yeah, this is fine. Now we'll take off the tops of the carrots. And the daikon radish that I broke, it was very clear that the radish are in need of harvest down there, so I got to get those preserved. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this stuff prepped, and then we're going to go step by step through the recipe. So we're ready to start cooking, and I've got this like major glare in the kitchen right now. The sun is coming in and it's bouncing off the stainless steel, but we're just gonna keep going. But anyway, a little bright. So, so here is my bowl of prepped vegetables, and these are all from the garden, and now I have to wait for the dog to stop drinking. You all done, Rose? Good girl. Okay. All right, so I also, you'll notice I pointed that I was using two different blades. I used the shredding blade for the cabbage and for the onion, and then I used the grated, is that what you call it? The grated blade for the carrots and the garlic. I really like to streamline things when I'm in the kitchen and get as much done ahead of time with as few tools as possible, getting as few things dirty as possible. All right, so these are my vegetables already, and I also am going to be using rice wine vinegar and organic tamari sauce. Okay, so it's 3 tablespoons, 1 tablespoon, no, 1 tablespoon, 3 tablespoons. I'll flash a card up at the end, okay, but this is what we're putting in it. And I have everything prepped. I have a half a teaspoon of ginger. You don't want too much ginger, otherwise it tastes like soap. And I've got 3 tablespoons of sesame seeds, and I do not bother to toast sesame seeds. They're fine just the way they are. Sriracha sauce goes on at the end, and you can put as much as you want, and I'll show you how much I put on there. Really, this isn't a very spicy one, but you can use whatever hot sauce you want, or no hot sauce at all. Between the tamari sauce and the vinegar, it gives it a lot of flavor. By the way, if you don't have tamari sauce, you can use soy sauce, you can use coconut aminos, you know, anything along those lines there. Even this. This is the liquid aminos. And this is where all your salt's gonna come from. So you can salt and pepper its taste at the end too, but I'm gonna walk you through. Now let's talk about the most important ingredient that I haven't told you about yet. And that is, I'm going to be using heritage pork from Baldwin Brook Farm, and they are a local farm to us that they raise, I'm gonna say it as best I can, they raise Gloucestershire Old Spots. Is it Gloucestershire? We're gonna call them Old Spots from this point forward. They are a heritage breed of pig that they raise on their farm, and they're foragers, okay? So they have lots of room to forage. Now, I like to do, this is my way of doing things. Everybody gets to do things their own way, but I plan my garden around things I'm going to eat for the year, okay? So dishes like this. So that's what I'm growing. I'm growing things that I like to eat or that I'm going to cook. And for everything else that I can't produce, I like to buy local, okay? Because where's my soapbox? Where did I put it? Oh, okay, got my soapbox, I'm all ready. So everything else I'm going to buy locally to support the people that live around me, okay? Now, heritage pork is actually healthier for you. It's higher in the good fats and lower in the bad fats, as well as the animal, by the time it is processed, which none of us want to talk about, right? We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to see it. We don't want to know the condition of animals that are raised in the feedlots. I'm on my soapbox, so I'm okay right now. All I can tell you is when I go buy my raw milk and I drive down that driveway and I'm getting ready to go across that covered bridge, and I look to my right and I see pigs with their heads down doing what pigs are supposed to do. They're just rooting around looking for stuff to eat. So they are raised in a very natural environment that's very humane, and that's important to me. Okay, so buy local, people, and now we're going to get on to our recipe. So this is going to go super quick, and let's get started. So that was super quick, right? And dinner's ready. And so now all I have to do is clean up my mess. Couple little notes though, because as I was doing it, you know, I don't always look at my own recipe. So when you grate the vegetables, you're going to grate the onion. Don't slice the onion. So the only thing you're slicing is the cabbage. So other than that, I hope I've encouraged you to grow things you like to eat and buy the rest local. This is my deconstructed egg roll in a bowl. I put a little extra hot sauce on it. It's hot. It's really good. Okay, thumbs up if you enjoyed spending time in the kitchen with me. And I spit the inside of my mouth. Okay, thumbs up if you enjoyed spending time in the kitchen with me today, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next adventure in gardening. See you soon.